So, welcome to this um, immersion. I'm glad to have you here. Now, I would like to preface by saying that I am not a teacher. I'm not certified as a teacher. I'm just a student. I'm learning languages too, like French. Um, and I just want to. This is all just a discussion. There's no judgment uh, here. We're just going to talk and have a good time. Um, you know, I pick this theme of community because I was thinking about how Talk and Talk is a community of how people come together and they talk and come from different backgrounds and they can communicate to each other on an online platform. Um, and it's good to try to find like understand the differences and similarities of online communities and communities in person. So this will, I think this is going to be a good topic. Um, yeah, so let's start with the first question here. It's to begin, what does the word community mean to you personally? Well, to me, I'll start by saying that community is anytime when a group of people, I would say at least five people can, or maybe up to 10 as a minimum, as for a community of that come together with a similar vision or values, beliefs, goals, all all that brings people together. That forms a community, and community can be built on any platform or any place. Talk and Talk, for example, I said is a community. Um, there's uh, people that uh, share a community with art, maybe chess. There's a bunch of communities that are based on people's interests. I think that's what makes a community is by all those things. Now, Fernando, would you like to continue on?
Let me see. For me, I when I think that word, community, I think yeah, like a cooperation, because it's the here in Talk, for example, is a community when the people can to cooperate for improve each other. I think my opinion, I think it's the word nowadays for me in this platform, and then since I started to participate for here in Talk for our immersions, and because of this corporation, it has been for very nice, and I can to improve my English skills, and I have been speaking more fluently and more comfortable and confident. I think that's it.
Thank you, Fernando. Uh, and I think that with how important Talk and Talk has been for people to come together and talk, that it's it started out as a small group of people with an idea, whether people were just to talk online together and a different language, try to get comfortable speaking to each other. Um, and it's grown significantly from just a handful of people to, you know, probably
Mhm.
thousands, maybe ten
Yeah.
thousands of people all together
Yeah.
sharing that same learning experience. How about you, Giovanni?
And in my point of view, communities are. a group of people um, united by shared hobbies or frequent. Um, as I said, shared um, the same goal, or people who share the same social identity or ethnic or religious. It's a a a big, how can I say that? Like um, it's a identity based uh concept based on my in my geography class that I remember when I was a teenager, and my teacher used it to say that is a group of people who share the same cultural identity, or people um, people that live in the same area, and uh, the scientific uh, concept. And yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I thank you, Giovanni. I think you're right. I think with the culture is a big part of community. It can be countries or cities. Some cities have different cultures. Um, so I think that's a good way to define community. What about you, Marcelo?
This is an interesting question about community because when I think about community, I think about a group of people, of course, as you've said, uh, so many interests, so many questions. It can be about the language, about hobbies, and be about the work you do, you be inserted in. Can be the friends, small talk, a group of friends that do nothing but chat. The university, the school, you have groups everywhere. But as you've said, the culture is something that makes me more interested in this kind of community because I think I have this theory about the human being. I don't believe that a group of person can make an invention, can make something new. I don't believe in a groups of people or group of people that can push the humanity forward in any way. I believe that every single thing that you could see, except from the nature. Of course, the nature can have the human being also to improve the harvest, for instance. But everything you see here, the smartphone, a glass, a pen, a notebook, anything. This computer was made by one man, just one man, not two. And community is something like the group of homework at the university. For instance, the first one is the guy that does the work itself. The second is the guy that brings the car. The third is the one that gets the house for them to join. The fourth is the one that go outside to buy snacks. And the fifth is the one that at the last moment tells you, please insert my name here. And that's it. Community is something that we can rely on. And of course, it's so important because we don't live alone. The human being is an animal that only lives with other animals together, but we are unable to create in community. That's what I think.
All right. Thank you, Marcelo. That's an interesting take on communities, and I haven't heard anything like that before. It's a great one. Um, let's go to the next question here. It's in your own life, where do you find your strongest sense of community? From online interactions such as social media, gaming or forums, or um, from you know, just or physical interactions. I For me, I think that the physical and in-person interactions are very vital um, for any community or to really get a sense of the scale of your community. On When you look online, you see a number. It's really hard to comprehend. So there's like 1,000 people that are subscribed to this, or 10,000, but it's like you look at it, it's just a number. But when you see it in person, and see the amount of people in that one single place, it's jaw dropping. Such as like going to like a sports game, and all of those people in the stadium, they are all interested in watching that sport. And you go there and you see thousands of people all sitting there cheering, making noise. It's um, yeah, it's something you don't get from just online. It's, I rather have that physical sense. I like to go um, to sports games. I like to go, to the movie theaters. I could watch a movie at home, but I like the sense of a community of everyone wants to go to that movie in person, enjoy those amazing scenes from their favorite movie or something that just came out. It's you can't take it. There's nothing that can replace that. So, what do you think about Giovanni?
Now, for me, I would say I feel more sense of community in in my work in a online site. Uh, Maybe because nowadays I I spend all of my time in my work doing so many things in front of my laptop, and my friends are are uh, all of them are around all the world, and I have some friends in Portugal, in New Zealand, um, in many people, Brazil, and my entire day I stay online with my friends, and I feel the sense of community um, uh, online with my friends in my work, and offline I have my family. I can um, I can share my day and uh, my things with my family, and it's the um I feel, how can I say, I feel person interaction in my day is the only um I- it's the only sense of community or near to a community that I have in my offline life, and yeah, and that's it for me.
Thank you, Giovanni. Uh, what about you, Marcelo?
Okay, well, the strongest sense of community is personally, of course. Of course, we can use nowadays this kind tools that we have, being online with other people. We have a lot of social media groups, gaming forums, and uh, but there is nothing like being personally with a person, of course, and to feel to feel every moment with the person. It's different from being online. Um, I think Giovanni is working remotely. I think that's it. But when we go, when we return to the office, sometimes you cannot return to your office because you have this kind of job that is natural to be online. That's something amazing, awesome, because we couldn't do that in the past. But when people return, even after the pandemic, a lot of people returned to work, and they even they even know their colleagues, their mates. So it was amazing to how did they share their moments together when they were online, just online, and then happened that they became close one to the other people. So I think we have to be presently. When I started learning English in the 70s, there wasn't, of course, social media or even computers or the internet. We have these, I don't know if you know, Jared, the so-called pen friends. A pen friend is it was a board where you could find out a person that wanted to to communicate with you, writing letters, mail letters, normal mail. So you write down the letter, send by mail. When 3 months later you've received the letter to answer. So it was amazing. Some wow, the person answered me. Nowadays we are here online, so this is amazing. But it was impossible for you to see the person personally. At least we have this kind of image, not a 3D image, but a flat image. But we can feel, we can have this sense of community. But I think if we were in a table, we four having beer and chatting, it was much more better than being online. I don't know if you agree with me.
Well, yeah, I can understand and I can relate to the mailing part because when I was in the started out in the Army, U.S. Army, I had to go through some training where I was going like a few months where I can't have any access to anything electronic, no phones, no devices. And the only thing I could do was send mail to family when I was very young. So um, with that, it's a different type of feeling. I mean, it's I did appreciate having to, try, writing some mail and it was I didn't have to write mail before, but then I had to learn quickly. And with I I think it's a different sense of feeling because on the you have to really think about what you write down because when you write it down, you're not going to know for a while until for what someone's going to think about it, reply back. It could take weeks, maybe a month, depending how long they process it. And yeah, so you
You
have to
have
really
time.
think about,
You have time to erase.
yeah, yeah. So you have to really think about what to put on the paper. Nowadays, you mean you can send a message or something. You can just correct it instantly, and it'll be like you'll forget about the mistake. but you really have to be very careful. And if you realize like after you sent it that you must have wrote something wrong, or maybe you messed up on writing the address and it has to get returned to you, it's like a terrible feeling. I can really understand that. What about you, Fernando?
I totally agree with you guys. I totally agree with Marcelo. I I have been working remotely since before the pandemic, a long time ago. I like it to to work remotely, and for me, it's the most thing that I that I happen with me, with my family. Nowadays, my all my routine is around the remotely. I work remotely. I If I can buy anything else, I I I buy online, and I study English online, but it's totally necessary the relationships in person, I think, My I have a group at the church that we prepare a box meal for homeless people, and this work, it's would be possible in community, but it's not impossible if if you can't this community, the in person, and relationship with our community here in my neighborhood, it's not impossible. It is the group in relationship. Because of this, I agree with you guys, because it's the relationships in person is totally necessary for our society. Because of this, I think it's been important maintain a relationship in person.
Yes, you're right. We should maintain those relationships in person. I mean, you can't replace it. It's humans are very social.
Yes,
Um, so this next question is, sociologists talk about decline of third places, or which means physical spaces outside of work and home, like parks, cafes, and libraries where informal communities built. Have you witnessed this trend, um, and what uh, do you think it has on impact does it have on society? So I they're not the everything is everyone works and does things independently these days. Um, they go out to a restaurant maybe and they only really talk to themselves. The only time there's really interactions with other people in community is if there's this TV displayed in this restaurant and it's showing like a sports game and everyone's like watching it. Everyone's like cheering that on, and or maybe if someone's at a bar, um, people go crazy over stuff like that. But that's usually the only time people really have that third place. Most of everything is done, at home or at work, and they have all the interactions online. Uh, what do you think, Giovanni?
To be honest, I'm not sure. Um, at least for me, I'm not sure if it will happen. But as I'm saying, I really don't know about the subject, but um what I live now, I can um I can go to a cafe or um I don't know, a square or um um a place where we commonly see people or um, see the community. And here in my city, all of these places are, uh, I don't know the word, maybe like crowdy. And um, here we have a lot of place with so many people interacting um, with themselves and doing things together. And I don't know, um, uh, as I said, at least for me, I don't know if the we will have a different of 30 plays, and I I think that um at least for now, I what I see is people. Um, People are interacting together in some places, in common places, as I described, as I mentioned before. And I don't know if it will end. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I don't think you could really take away completely that physical interaction. There's always going to be people that are meeting up in person, um, you know, talking, try to share with their interests. But a lot of it has been taken away over time for sure. Um, what do you think, Fernando?
Oh my gosh, I don't believe that. But I live in São Paulo, here in capital, But here there are a lot of things to do for the parks, in the shopping mall, in the cafes. These places have a lot of people, But libraries maybe, but in the other place, I don't believe that it's the outside for people here. There are a lot of peoples in front, like here in front of my apartment when I live here in outside here in north side here in São Paulo, and we have a park here, and on the weekends this park there are a lot of people here, and because of this I I don't believe that just here in São Paulo, but I don't know about the other countries or the other cities here in Brazil, but here in São Paulo, I think it's a lot of things to do on the outside, place outside. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess what cities do tend to be
Mm-hmm.
much more active than smaller towns. So there's probably community in every corner.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so this next question. Oh, actually, no, let's go with Marcelo. Yeah, Marcelo, what do you think about this?
Okay. Now, this is a trend, of course, because of the technology, and people are so close to their smartphones and they are connected every time. You can see sometimes people, a family in in a restaurant, four people, five people, and each one of them is focused on their smartphones and they are not chatting. It's like I'm gonna send you a message through WhatsApp, and you are going to answer through WhatsApp. But we are close to the other people, and this is a trend, of course. Not, this is a tendency. I think we have this kind of technology. It's good because we can use the technology in a good way, in a good movement. But we have to be aware of this kind of um, taking out uh, the personality. I don't know if it's the proper name, but we are losing uh, the real relationship. We are losing that. We don't know. Even if I don't know if I can say here, even with sex, you can see a lot of OnlyFans, and this is a trend. Of course, everybody is looking for something that is only online, and it's like, for instance, those virtual worlds that you could buy a land and buy a house. It was so crazy, but they do that. Well, I think it's of course I've witnessed that kind of trend. It's very close to everybody here, and of course we could think about the way we have done that in the past, like the saraus. I am so nostalgic about something that I couldn't see. I wasn't here in this world when the saraus were when they took place, and I think it was amazing. Imagine a group of people in a room reading poetry, playing the piano, and singing without smartphones. A real relationship, eating, having a good spirit. So I think we are in a good mood, but we lost the other good way of life.
Technology is good, Marcelo, but it's a problem sometimes, when you go to the restaurant or anything else, but the people will start to put your cell phone and send message for another people, and you have to we speak in the community with the people when you will stay in that moment, it's a good point that you said. It's a good point. Nowadays, it's so difficult to we speak with anything else when I stay in anywhere in a place, in a restaurant, in a bar, but the people start send a message and look at the LinkedIn and the other apps in your cell phone. It's a problem. The times way change nowadays, man. For in the past few years ago, the times it is another, né? You pass a lot of times you speak with your friends, singing a music, in the past, but nowadays it's difficult.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
Yeah,
people need to be in the moment, stay present. Everyone, it's always like these distractions all the time. There's so much information. People are always calling and texting. They need to live in the
yeah.
moment.
When I was youngest, when my childhood, I passed all the night in front of my mother house. We had a square there, and we passed all the night to play the guitar. I don't play, but I had a friend that I played the guitar, and we passed all the night to play the guitar, sing music, in the past. But nowadays it's not not impossible.
Yeah, yeah, there's people growing up, they're not having that interaction where uh, with neighbors, like going to play down the street, playing ball. Now they're just playing online games or something indoors and not actually having that feeling of community. When I was very young, I had that moment. I was outside playing with ball with the neighbors, but then over time that kind of faded away, and no one did that anymore. Um, yeah,
Play football on the street. I think Marcelo live in this time, but nowadays not possible, Marcelo. You play football on the street.
A lot of street games like dodgeball. Do you know dodgeball? We had a lot of there is a kind of baseball game in Brazil called taco. It's a street game. It was amazing. We used to build street cars like carrinho de rolimã. It's a roller with you you had to build by yourself with a piece of wood and kind of roller ball, roller. I don't know the name in English. Well, that's it. And you know what I'm talking about. It was another time.
Guys, I know I am younger than you, but I had the same childhood. I play a lot of soccer in my street and played dodgeball as well. And yes, I had this childhood and yes, yeah, good times.
that's it myself. Yeah. Well, um, I think that we should conclude the questions today. What did everyone think? Starting with you, Giovanni. What do you think about this topic today?
To be honest, today I wasn't prepared for this topic, and uh, for just some questions, I really don't know what to say. But I I like this topic, um and yes, I the the main can I say the main subject uh that um came to my mind was my geography class, as I mentioned before, because I I remember that in my geography class I uh, discussed about this topic about community and how the people um how the people grow together in a community, and how the culture and the some uh, how can I say aspects of uh, characteristics of people um, help to um, I don't know to make um, uh, um, what I mean is the people in a community needs to share some characteristics to grow together and um, have um, as we uh, as we were talking about here, have um, uh, I don't know, say that, like, have a sense of community to make things together and have in-person interactions and um, as you guys are were talking today with technology, it's a little bit tricky to uh, have these interactions, personal interactions, and when I was studying in my high school, I remember that a community can help uh, to um, get a way to make the things better in terms of personal interactions or in based on the future of a place. And today I believe that the community can help uh, to how can I say um, improve these interactions, these personal interactions, and try to I don't know to leave the technology and leave the online interactions, if I can say this in this way, and try to have more personal interactions and uh, playing some games in their streets and try to make this interaction in this community uh, better. And yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you, Giovanni. What about you, Marcelo? Do you have anything to say about this topic today?
Okay, Jared. This topic is very interesting and brings brings something to our mind in order to discuss about the way we live today. I think we have those tools. It's something good. We cannot be away from the tools, and we have to use them. We cannot to be in the past. We cannot to live in the past. We cannot live in the past. But we have we have the mouth, we have the tongue, and we have the ears. So we have to use in a balanced way. Some people they use the tongue more than the mouth, and some people they if they bite uh, their own tongue, they could die because of the poison. So we have to be careful about the use we do, even and most over the internet, because we are a facade. We are sometimes people that is hide in another character, and you don't know who is the real person. And we have turned when the internet became what we see today. We have turned to this kind of new way of living. We are not in the past. We can do a lot of things that we used to do in the past. We can go to our family relative house and have dinner and have fun. We can chat, we can hug, we can kiss, but we can use the internet as well. And I am very curious about what's going on after all of that, because I think we are going to have a backlash in all of these that we are talking about. They say about the Great Reset. I don't know if it's going to happen, but what we have to know that we can be able to be a normal person. We can be able to do the normal tasks, what we do for a normal living. Because even though we have the internet, we have the computer, we have social media, we eat bean and rice, we eat poultry, we drink milk, we drink coffee, we do everything as an ancient person. So that's it. The topic was amazing. This kind of thinking about community is something that we can be very serious about that, but we can compare. It was an opportunity to compare the way they have done in the past and the way we are going to do in the future. That's it.
The topic it's if I think it's totally necessary for our days, even though we have a technology, I think, in my opinion, we have to reviving or restore the spirit of community, because it's necessary for us. I when I neighborhood that I grow up and we had opportunity to play on the street, to play in a square. Nowadays, my kids don't have to play there because there exists other things there in this square that in front of my mother live nowadays. When I grow up nowadays, there are a lot of guys use drugs and in this square. I I don't have opportunity to play with my daughters in the same place when I grow up, because the change is not a community there when I was a young. I played there all my day. Because of this, I think the spirit of communities is necessary, and I think that we need to revive in these times,
I agree with you. Yeah, it's a good point. Well, that concludes this immersion. I'm really glad to have all you here, and I hope I see you all next week. It's been a great
Nice.
talk and discussion with everyone.
Yes, it was amazing. Yes, this
It was
conversation.
amazing. Nice to
Yeah,
meet you,
nice to
and
meet you.
it was a pleasure.
Yes, this
Everyone have a
conversation
good
is another level.
evening.
Nice, sounds
Papo
good.
cabeça.
Yes, yes, yes. Sounds
Well, I
good.
hope you all have a good evening. Yeah,
Okay, good
Thank
evening.